Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, one of my favorite Patek Philippe models, launched in 2007 and the heir to a rich legacy. This is the officer-cased Retrograde Perpetual calendar 5159G, the 001 variant. So the successor, immediate successor to the 5059, that was a 36 millimeters. This is a 38 millimeters white gold case. From lug tip to lug tip, it's actually fairly compact, 46.7 millimeters. Pretty easy to wear across the wrist, thinner than you think at 12 millimeters thick, and then it's got a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. The watch looks good on my wrist of 16 centimeters circumference. The strap is stiff, and I'll explain the strap in a moment, so I'm pulling it tight. Just keep in mind, I'm compressing my wrist more than it would normally be. It wears well, and I could see this wearing well on a wrist down to 14 centimeters circumference. Look how much clearance I have on either side. And then it is flat. It does have a sloped flank. It will fit under a dress cuff. Look over the top. Keep in mind, though, that's the angle that exaggerates the width of the watch. About this strap, you may wonder, why does it say a genuine alligator on the bottom? Because this is an unusual cut of the beast. Small round scale gator is not something you often see on a Patek Philippe strap, and it is a very, very dark brown. Taking a look at the opposite flank, you can see it is a Jean Rousseau custom strap. And Jean Rousseau is the OEM supplier to, among others, Deptune and FP Journe. We often fit cool looking straps to watches and custom order them through Jean Rousseau, hence the unusual for Patek aesthetic of the small round scale on the top. We have a white gold buckle, which, like the watch, is actually gray gold. More on that in a moment. Patek has a supplier that uses this little linear spring system. It's actually a linear spring that's been wrapped in a circle, round robin style, so it has quite a bit of retention strength. Despite not being a trigger release, it will stay shut. And then you've got the Calatrava Cross logo on the buckle. You've also got it on the rotor. So you get the best of both worlds, a solid case back made of precious metal in an era when that ounce of gold is probably worth $4,300, and you also get the display case back. Now, the officer-style watch is modeled after the type of watch that might have been worn in World War I to deal with the demands of trench warfare when it wasn't necessarily possible to resort to a pocket in a uniform. So you would take a pocket watch, weld on lugs, and then use a screw and a bar to fix a strap to each end. And while this is a purpose-built case, artisanally crafted, it preserves the aesthetic of a converted pocket watch. The fashion of the dial, the hands, the radially rayed, black printed on silver Roman numerals, the guilloche pattern, the onion-style crown, and of course the presence of a hunter-style caseback, as would have been common on pocket watches right around the time of World War I. They've also preserved the use of a screw and a bar to actually fix the strap to the case. That's not technically necessary in a modern watch. It's true to history, though, and I'm glad to have it because it provides more security than a spring bar. Taking a look at the crown, it's unbranded, and that's exactly how it would have been, as during World War I and the first quarter of the 20th century, a branded crown would have been an anomaly, not the norm. We do have little pusher correctors because this is a traditional program wheel Grand Levier style perpetual calendar, and the calendar system is beautiful. You first saw this in series production in 1993 on the reference 5050, and then in 1998 the design shifted to look like this, albeit smaller, with the 5059 adopting the 5050's dial layout, but with the new officer-style case. Now, the case here is made of white gold, and it's really gray gold, which is the good stuff, a type of white that doesn't need to be rhodium-plated. It's white all the way through. It's the expensive stuff, so to speak, and it's used on the best watches. Now, there's a little slot right here, which is actually for a watchmaker's case knife, so that's not wear and tear. What is wear is that we've got a little bit of swirling and scuffing on this case. And that's exactly how we're going to offer it. We're not going to polish this unnecessarily. This is going to make it more likely to spend time on your wrist. You'll be more likely to wear this watch as a result of it being carefully worn, but not perfect. You can always have it polished by Patek Philippe, and it can be done carefully and professionally in Geneva, but I would keep it exactly like this. Now, the lugs are welded on by hand the way they would have been. in the early 20th century, but this is done artisanally with the lug inserted into a slot in the case, welded on, and then carefully filed to remove the gathered material from the weld. This is one of the most laboriously handcrafted cases that Patek makes at any price. Between the Hunter caseback and the welded lugs, this was not an easy assignment for the artisan. The dial features real lathe guilloche in an unusual sunray fashion that's beautiful. It's also asymmetrical, which makes it intriguing. Now, the dial itself is very symmetrical, at least bilaterally. You can split it side to side and it's symmetrical. We have a 122-year moon phase. That is one correction every 122 years. And then we've got a perpetual calendar with a retrograding date. There's the retrograding hand right there. It reaches 31, it jumps back to 1. That's how that works. We have apertures for the day, the leap year phase, and the month. And of course, being perpetual, it doesn't need any corrections, assuming it keeps running until the year 2100. Now, the hands have a lovely vintage look, assegai minutes, a pear-style hour hand, and you can see they've been fired and tempered in a way that gives them a lovely sort of distortion and oxidation that's not perfect, and it is intentionally so. The dial is silver opaline, or a nice soft silver grain without a sunray brushed texture. You can see we have radially arrayed Roman numerals, including a watchmaker's 4. That's all in black, but you can see this lovely sort of Art Nouveau, pre-Art Deco Arabic numeral font tracking the minutes and the seconds, and it is an unusual center seconds Patek Philippe Perpetual calendar. It's also an unusual center rotor Patek Philippe Perpetual calendar. Here we've got caliber 324. You can see you've got a little display case back underneath a solid case back, confirming this is a 5159, and you could see that the rotor, unidirectional winder, over a 4 hertz beat rate, 45 hours of power reserve, and this is actually a metal hairspring. This was before the silicone hairsprings. This has the more traditional metal hairspring, which is also more serviceable in the long run. It's a good-looking movement with a judicious blend of hand finishing and mechanical finishing, but few blend those two more judiciously and persuasively than Patek. This is a gorgeous watch. Free-sprung style gyro max balance, 5-position adjusted, which is the high horology style of adjustment, also which you'll find on a chronometer, 5-position adjustment. And the gyro max balance, a Patek Philippe mechanical engineering innovation from the early 50s, allowing for a very precise adjustment and also greater shock tolerance. You can see here that we have stripes, beveling, polished screws, solarization on the barrel cover. We have engine turning on the base plate, on the click wheel, on the rotor center. We have both linear stripes on the bridges and circular stripes on the rotor, and it is a great looking movement in every regard. Again, a 45-hour automatic winding power reserve. 30 meters water resistant, so don't swim with it, but if you splash it while washing your hands or get caught out in the rain, you should be okay. Reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.